LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688. W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Betting Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at betting-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Good afternoon and welcome to this AACS 15 sports presentation. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones is the engineer in charge. Did you hit the record button, Peter? Today it's girls softball as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers take on the Franklin Panthers in an outstanding Hockomock League game. Franklin comes in with a record of 13-3 overall, 11-2 in the league.
I'm sorry, you say Franklin does?
Oh, Attleboro does.
Yeah, sorry.
My brain said Attleboro. Did my mouth say Franklin?
I thought you said Franklin.
Attleboro comes in with a record of 13-3 overall, 11-2 in the Hawk. They had a 12-game winning streak snapped by Taunton yesterday. Some people pronounce it by a score of 4-0 down in Taunton. Franklin, up and down season this year. They come in with a record of 7-9 overall, 7-5 in the league, and two of their best players. Sophia Sacramone and Sarah Buzang will not be in the lineup today. That's only 32 hits out of the lineup for Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very significant loss. It's a high percentage. You talk about 30% at least of the hits on the team this year. Yeah. Both starting players, Buzang, I think, hit like 600 last year in the Hawk.
Don't be ridiculous. It was only 543, 38 hits, 20 runs, 19 knocked in, struck out only 5 times in 70 plate appearances. OBP of 568 and slugged 814, stole 8 bases. Other than that, she didn't do a thing.
No, she didn't do anything. I think she was caught stealing once, and therefore it ruined her whole season last year. So that's a loss. And Franklin comes in. They've been a streaky team this year. They had won 4 in a row. Then they most recently lost 2 in a row. However, right before they won 4 in a row, they had lost 4 in a row. Yep. So they've been an up and down team, as you had mentioned at the outset. So, but even without Buzang and Sacramone, they are a good team.
Absolutely.
And the Hawk tested just like Attleboro. They played their, the Tauntons twice, the King Phillips twice. I know they have Fian and Walpole. Walpole's a power, kind of like Norton's become a power now. So they have themselves a very tough schedule, which is probably the reason why I believe they're number 14 in the power rankings or 13 in the power rankings in the MIAA in Division I, all but assured of a playoff spot this year.
Franklin's coach is Brianna Schaffer. She played her high school softball at King Philip and then went to Bridgewater State University, my alma mater. So she heard the story once again, me being the first scrum half in the history of Bridgewater State College rugby in the fall of 1979. Attleboro coached by Mark Homer in his 10th year as the head coach. Michaela Nunes, his chief assistant. So does that count as 2 coaches in the box now when she's coaching first base as she's with child?
Yes,
I'm not sure.
So. No, is it? No, Lynch. Coach Lynch is pregnant with
Lynch Nunes.
Oh, Lynch Nunes. I missed the.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
But, So Mark Homer in his 10th year as head coach, and the girls can overcome that, don't you think?
Yeah, no, they're doing okay. No, they're having a real good year this year. As you mentioned, Attleboro 13-3. They're hitting, I'll be honest, they're hitting better 1 through 9 than I thought they were going to at the outset of the year with last year's losses, basically graduating their whole outfield last year. Attleboro has done well at the plate, led by Lola Ronayne leading the Hawk with 11 home runs.
It's an Attleboro record for home runs in a season.
Yes.
11. So Attleboro, Jenna Callahan will pitch today. You have Jenna's stats?
Yeah.
Right here in front of me, sorry.
Yeah, 8-3. I have her for a 4.07 ERA, a 1.38 whip. Teams are batting .246 against her, 2.83 FIP. We can get into that later. 71 strikeouts in 65 innings, 25 walks.
Moran is at third base. Ronayne at short. Magnum, the freshman, at second base. Jackie Fasante at first. The outfield left to right. Qualia, Nina Sullivan, and McGilvery. Fouled off by Brooke Benetti, the junior center fielder, hitting leadoff 0-1.
Hitting leadoff, so because of that, Maddie Moran is in a few steps, trying to take away a couple steps from the speedy Benetti.
Again, she's a junior. Stands off the plate in the right-hand box.
General feature changeups, fastballs, rise balls, and working on a screwball.
A little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Benetti.
She pitched yesterday against Taunton as well. Lost 4-0, but a very good game from Attleboro's point of view. Only 6 or 7 hits she gave up over 6 innings.
Low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike to Brooke Benetti.
Important now for Attleboro to not have that emotional letdown after getting up for Taunton. And again, when you lose 4-0 to Taunton, Paul, it's almost like a win.
Yeah, there are no moral victories, but darn, that's close to it.
About as close as you can get. Just on the outside corner for strike 2.
Called strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Our home plate umpire is Grace Williams. Played at Dighton Rehoboth High School and then dominated intramurals at UMass Amherst. She's been umpiring for 25 years. Also involved with USA Softball and teaching young umpires. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. So 1 strikeout for Jenna. But again, with USA Softball, she has trained more than 500 teenage umpires over the year. 85% of them female, which is good to see.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. I mean, we've talked in other sports, and I've done some Rhode Island football. The lack of officials in all the sports is alarming.
Oop, hit by a pitch is Sophie Arena, the senior left fielder. And she got her right off the left knee as she'll shake that off and head down to first base.
Sophie's got Jenna and Sophie were teammates for a few years, and they're very good friends. So Jenna did not mean to do that, but Sophie's got some tremendous speed.
Wow. Teammates where?
For the when they were playing for the Rocks, the Hockomock Rocks. And Sophie is a senior, I believe, going to be going to LaSalle University.
Oh, well, your son is graduating from?
Graduated, is now in the master's program there as well. Actually graduated in December. We weren't 100% sure if he did or not, but he said yes. And then he walked last Saturday just to prove it. So,
Kira O'Brien, the junior starting pitcher. Her sister Michaela is going to be at first base today. Her twin sister. I wonder which one the mom loves more.
Depends who's not bothering her the most. That's always my answer. So which one's not bothering me?
1-0 is the count to Kira O'Brien. Lays off the high pitch, 2-0. Well, you expect a pitcher to have a good eye.
You would think so, right?
Yeah. Arena getting a good lead off of first base.
Bodecker for Attleboro has thrown, I believe, 3 base runners this year.
Shot into right field for a base hit. There goes the no-hitter. Heading to third is Arena. There's the throw. Not in time. Moran keeps the ball in front of her, and O'Brien stays at first base. So runners at the corners, 1 out.
Yeah, and a sharp hit on a 2-0 pitch. She found something she liked. She drove it between the hole between first base and second base, being occupied by Jackie Fasante and Kaylee Magnan.
This brings up Marley Allen hitting .385 on the season, according to HockomockSports.com. Couple of home runs, 12 RBIs. That does not include this week's games.
I have her at .378, but I cut it off. Runner goes.
Bodecker throws down. Ronayne cuts it off halfway between the circle and second base. So a stolen base for Kira O'Brien. Now 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. Now, when these two teams last played, I believe Attleboro had a 7-4 comeback victory.
Yes, they were down early in the game and then kind of chipped away and pulled away at the end.
Called strike on the inside edge.
Important for Jenna as a pitcher, and all pitchers, she really has to hit her spots on the corner. She got a decent fastball, but not that overpowering fastball, so she really has to hit her spots on the corner. And if she can get that pitch called in the inside corner, it could be a good day.
1-1, bloop towards second base. The freshman Magnum makes the catch. Runners back safely. 2 out, 2 on. No score, top of the first.
Signs of a well-coached team right there. Both runners on second and third, both of them froze and did not get doubled off. Very important play there, keeping 2 runners in scoring position instead of getting out of the inning.
Addie Weiss is up, a junior second baseman, hitting 5th in the lineup. Oh, I should mention our base umpire. Shot foul down the first base line. Nice range by Fasante to field that. Our base umpire today is Steve Qualia from Attleboro High. He's been umpiring for 35 years. Umpires in Florida for the first half of the season.
Can you blame him?
And yes, and then lounges up here in the second half of the season. Hey, nice tan, by the way.
While you're escaping the coldness in the Northeast, make some money down south.
Popped up behind us. That'll make the count 0-2 to Weiss. Peter Bray on graphics, running our pitch count there. 13, thank you. 14.
I agree.
Yes. Sun is out, not much of a wind today.
The 0-2.
Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Jenna comes back with 2 big outs, couple of strikeouts. So 4, Franklin, no runs on 1 hit. No Attleboro errors, 2 runners left on. We'll be back for the bottom of the first right after this on AACS 15 Sports.
LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com.
Nope. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan, Peter Bray running our graphics, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge, all over the place on this very busy Wednesday for AACS TV. Starting pitchers, Kiera O'Brien for Franklin. Do not have stats for it from HockomockSports.com, but she's a returning pitcher. Throws hard, a good one.
Yeah, she splits a lot of time with Sacramone, as previously mentioned. Sacramone not here today, so I do not know if Franklin has another pitcher beyond O'Brien.
That would
not.
be
Yes?
sophomore Abby Sousa is their third option at pitcher. Catching is Allen. At third base is Florist. Weston is the returning shortstop. She's a junior and a good one. Weiss at second. Michaela O'Brien at first base. The outfield left to right, Arena, Bennett, and Santiago. All 3 can run and go get them.
Yeah, it's a good team. It's a well-coached team and a well-schooled team as well, playing in the always tough Hockomock League, featuring 2 of the top, I guess 3 of the top 4 teams now in the Hawk. Attleboro coming in number 4 in the power rankings,
Yes.
Division 1.
Jenna Callahan will lead off, moving from the circle to the left-handed batter's box. Wearing number 3, 3-year varsity player as a junior. Lefty just misses high, 1-0. Should have mentioned that.
Jenna off to her best start in her 3 years, hitting a shade over 500, with 31 hits on the season.
Reached base all 4 times up against Taunton yesterday. Fouled off to the left, little behind that. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, I told Jenna before the game, just forget everything your father ever told you and you'll do just fine today.
Which means I did correct something this morning when I saw her. I'm like, yeah, you're opening up a little bit too much on the front foot. I'm like, get it down, don't open up too much, and she would be able to generate more power. See how she opens up there with that front foot?
Ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Kevin told her that, and then Jenna said, Mom, Dad's talking to me again.
Exactly. Not supposed to talk to me until I'm 25.
Lefty O'Brien. Ooh, high in the zone, swing and a miss, 2-2.
Going for some high heat there, and a nice pitch. Doesn't matter baseball, softball, doesn't matter the age, from T-ball to coach's pitch to the majors. That high heat is tough to lay off.
League of their Own was on yesterday. Lay off the high one, swing and a miss, and a beautiful pitch on the inside edge. Strike 3, leadoff batter is down. Here comes Nina Sullivan, can catch and play center field. She's been in center field since Bodeker has taken over behind the plate. She's really stabilized the Attleboro outfield.
Stabilized center field tremendously, going after many balls, and possesses one of the strongest arms in the league.
Ball 1 low, 1-0. I told Nina before the game I'd tell the audience that if she's not the greatest center fielder in the history of the world, possibly the greatest Attleboro center fielder ever, as far as you folks know.
Hey, do your own research.
Yes, 2-0.
Sullivan coming in, hitting .391 with a .509 on base percentage, 18 hits, 11 RBIs.
It's her humility that I think is my favorite thing about her. No, Nina, really a spitfire. Fun girl to talk to.
She's a character.
High, 3-0 to Sullivan.
I imagine she'll have to take on right now a 3-0 with Maddie Moran and Lola Ronayne hitting behind Nina.
Maddie hitting .396, Lola hitting some absurd number over 500. Called strike on the inside edge.
Ronane's at 6'17", Paul.
Wow.
Not exaggerating. My stats different from Attleboro stats, but I think I know why. I don't think they call sacrifice. I think they count sacrifice flies as outs.
Wow.
And she's got 4 sacrifice flies on the year.
Inside corner, ball 4. So 1 out, 1 on. No score. Bottom of the first. As our home plate umpire, Grace Williams, with her, well, she's an instructor. She ought to have perfect mechanic, and she does. Very rarely confused about the count or the outs or anything when Grace is in the umpire's box. Moran is up, fouls that off to the right. Is that a flinch against Lola in the on-deck circle?
Yeah, I think it might have been, but I mean, she is standing close.
Yes,
and
that's
she
right.
doesn't have a screen in front of her.
0-1 to the outstanding Maddie Moran. Her brother Jax on the lacrosse team was playing North Attleboro today.
Yes. Maddie hitting 396 on the year. Going to be going to Roger Williams University. Going to be looking at some construction work.
Swing and a miss, a little behind the fastball, 0-2.
Nice
so Maddie's another girl who couldn't get into Bridgewater State.
Exactly, yes. Nice little rise ball for O'Brien.
Yeah. I would say nice rise ball. Nothing little about that one.
No, true.
Foul tip. Count remains 0-2. Tracked down by the catcher, Allen.
Moran with, Paul, with 3 home runs this year to go along with 21 RBIs and 21 runs scored. Been hit twice.
Man. Marley Allen, a returner, a catcher. Line shot to the, past the shortstop, past the diving left fielder. This is going to be a double to left center. Hitting third base, turning the corner, scoring. 1-0 Bombardiers on a Maddie Moran RBI double to left center field. What was the speed of that ball coming off the bat?
I was going to say, Paul, I know we don't measure exit velocity, but that got past the shortstop on Ella Weston, and it got to her and past her in a hurry.
Yep.
And amazingly, the ball did not go under the temporary fence, allowing Sullivan to come all the way around the score.
Yeah.
So, Paul, for Sullivan, that's run number 17 scored on the season, and for Maddie Moran, that's RBI number 22.
Lola Ronane. Ground ball to the third baseman, Florist across the diamond. In time. Beautiful stretch by Michaela O'Brien at first base. That's getting a star in my scorebook.
Nice play, nice stretch. Now for the second out, Coach Homer asking first base coach Brown Morris if she thinks she pulled her foot. The answer is no.
Yep.
Advancing the third on the play is Maddie Moran.
Good heads up. Yossi, the freshman flex player today, and boy, has she been came out of nowhere to really contribute to this Bombardier team. Has a couple of game-winning hits already.
Yeah, and she comes in with the weird batting average. Well, that's not weird. 452, but her on-base percentage is less than her batting average because of her sacrifice flies, which count towards at bats for OBP.
High 2-0 to Avery.
But she has 14 hits on the season, 14 singles, 3 doubles, a triple. And 11 RBIs, looking to pick up her 12th.
Wow. Especially with the loss of Emily Eby, she's a big addition to the lineup. Ball just missing low, 3-0.
Lily McGilvey on deck, the senior who will be going to the University of New England for occupational therapy.
Beautiful campus. My niece, Christina, went there. Just missing the outside corner. Ball 4.
You may see a courtesy runner now for Grazioso. We have seen that this year. And naturally, I'm wrong.
So my niece, she got married. She's mid-30s. She got married, and they went back to the where University of New England is, up in Maine, Kennebunkport, Maine, nearby. Missing outside to McGilvery, 1-0. There were 17 Heelys in one bed and breakfast, violating oodles of zoning laws.
Noise pollution, too, maybe.
You're not kidding. 1-0 to Lily McGilvery, senior right fielder. Went around on that check swing. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nice pitch by O'Brien, kind of confusing McGilvery with a 383 on base percentage. She has 3 doubles, 9 RBIs, 15 runs scored on the season.
O'Brien, a lot of pepper on that, but high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Lily.
A lot of pepper. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I can use lots of old guy phrases, Kevin.
2-1 to the senior McGilvery.
Called strike. Took something off that pitch. 2-2. When someone makes a nice fielding play, do they ever use the phrase "way to bounce around" out there anymore?
I don't think they used that when I was playing.
That was, trust me, that was big in the mid-'70s at Westboro High.
Okay. Good hold, and Grazioso goes.
Wow.
And kind of like stolen base, I guess?
Stolen base, we'll call that. I'm not informed enough to tell the difference between a stolen base and defensive indifference. Full count, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Fouls it off to the right, off the fence. Waiting on deck is catcher Savannah Bodecker. Bodecker, yep. Her older sister, Lily, was the great libero on the first good Attleboro girls volleyball team, which Mary Catherine Rooney Blakeney, boy, she turned that program around. Shot towards second base, off one hop, tough play by Weiss. I think we got to call that an infield hit.
I'm going with a single on that, Paul. It kind of dropped. She dove for it, but it hit the ground, I think, before her glove, then kind of like bounced off her glove and face.
Yeah.
Scoring a run, so an RBI for McGilvery. Scoring on the play, Maddie Moran. And advancing to third because she stole second was Grazioso.
Wow.
So first and third for Bodecker, who had 2 hits yesterday against Kate Larson, the Georgetown commit.
Wow.
Next
Taunton.
year for Taunton. And Bodecker coming in with a .326 average, a .396 on base percentage.
Sophomore catcher. Ball just missing on the inside. And then Sam Lincoln, the pitcher at Taunton before
Kate Larson.
Yes. Is she with Texas
Tech? She threw a
Tech.
perfect game against UMass Amherst in her first ever collegiate start.
And they're in the NCAA D1 playoffs right now. Just a bit high, 2-0 to Bodecker.
See, Boston University drew Oklahoma in the first round with Libby Walsh, McCoy's older sister, who transferred from Arizona State to BU, got named to like the first team.
Wow.
Big East for BU.
Yeah,
Former Hawk player.
Boston Globe on today's sports page had a list. I think there's 12 girls from Massachusetts in the NCAA D1 playoffs.
Go to third.
Thrown
and
out
gets
to
past.
third base. It gets away, but Moran has to stay at first. Nice job by Arena backing up in left field. Good heads-up play, Franklin.
But I am going to give an error to the catcher because advancing to second on the overthrow was Lily McGilvey, who was not stealing on the play. So the count is 2-1. Grazioso stays at third, but McGilvey advances to second on the overthrow of the third baseman.
Hate to do that, Ms. Allen, but yeah, got to give an error there. Just missing the outside corner, 3-1.
So a good count here for Bodecker. She'll look for something to drive here, and McGilvery with decent speed on second, looking to score with 2 outs. Should be able to get a good jump.
Looks to the dugout. He gets the pitch call, which, God, I don't like that. Ball inside, ball 4. And again, I know that's the way it's done nowadays. Pitchers are called for the bench a lot, but gosh darn it, sports are invented for players, not coaches. And I want the kids making those decisions, but oh well. Again, everyone does it. That's not a complaint against Franklin. I mean, Coach Brianna Schaefer's class act, folks.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just the way it's done. And you know, and one of the things I've seen is coaches that want to let the catchers call the game, but catchers are indecisive and say they'd rather have the coach call the game. So I say it almost starts at the younger level where they have to, I would say, let the 10-year-old call the fastball and the location. Let them get in. Everything starts at the younger age.
Yeah.
So if coaches are doing it at the 10-year-old level, how are 16 and 17-year-olds at the varsity level expect to navigate a game?
When I was in 8th grade, 4'10", 83 pounds, smallest player smallest player in the league for the 8-1 Westboro Red Devils. I called my own plays. Sometimes on a big third down, the coach would send in a play, but Rats called, strike, beautiful pitch on the outside edge to Jackie Fasanti, 0-1. Paul Brown and Tom Landry ruined that in football, making all the calls from the bench and not in the huddle. Foul back, didn't flinch, did okay.
How about Peter?
Peter, did you flinch? He wasn't looking.
All right.
1 ball, 1 strike. I'm sorry, 0-2. Thank you.
To the 381 hitting, Jackie Fasante, 480 on base percentage, has a double and a triple this year, go along with 5 RBIs.
Lefty O'Brien. Oh, did you see the break on that pitch? It broke, if you're looking from our view, down and to our right.
Yeah, great pitch to get herself out of further trouble. Second and third jam, but Attleboro does score 2.
2 runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base, 1 Franklin error. Are both runs earned?
Yeah, both runs are earned. Nobody scored on that overthrow.
But she did move to third base, which allowed her to score on the infield hit.
Hold on. No, she McGilvery went to third on the overthrow. Went to second, and she got stranded at second.
Okay, all right. 2-0 Attleboro after one. We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Welcome back. One, we just learned the foul ball hit our camera, which Peter Bray just fixed. Two, we just mentioned Lily Bodecker, who is the libero on the first really good Attleboro girls volleyball team, first team in the history of the program to make the playoffs. She's listening right now in Italy.
Italy?
Yes, she's celebrating her college graduation, just finished her finals. You know what that means. She must have sat next to the smart kids.
Exactly. Hey, do what you got to do.
But congratulations, Lily, listening in Italy.
Fantastic.
I should flip my score sheet over now that Franklin's up. 1-0 to the number 7 batter, Josie Drucker.
No, this is the number 6 hitter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
10.
There it is. Ella Weston.
Don't mess up your scorebook now.
No,
You'll never
really.
get it back.
Oh, gosh. Fouled back.
I got it.
1 ball, 1 strike. I want to thank the fan who told us our camera was off. But yes, Weston, the junior shortstop, started there last year as a sophomore as well. And again, you're starting in the Hockomock League at shortstop as a sophomore.
You're doing something right.
Absolutely. Peter Bray adjusting our camera again.
Cousin Lois is in the house, Paul.
Who?
My cousin Lois. She's in the house.
Hello
to
there.
cousin Lois. She has lunch with my sister today. The one that we make fun of.
Oh,
for
yes,
driving in the field, but the 45-second delay, she took off. I can't find the game.
Oh, funny. 1-1, I think, to Ella Weston, junior shortstop. Takes something off that pitch. Foul to the right. Fasante is after it. Makes the nice catch behind, back over her shoulder. That's the second play today that gets a star in my scorebook. Nice catch, Jackie Fasante.
Nice play. Jackie has improved as the year's going on. I'm not sure how much first she played, but I think she was just kind of like thrust into the position at the beginning of the year, and has gradually gotten better, more comfortable with the position as the year has gone on.
This brings up Josie Drucker, the senior designated player, missing inside with that pitch. 1-0 to Josie.
In my research, I did notice that Josie has a 3-hit game this year. I forget against who. They had played 16. I was just trying to get some numbers down pretty quick.
On work time.
Break time.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Was that the changeup? Took something off that?
Yes, took something off.
The Franklin Panthers from the Hockomock League. Hockomock Sports has Taunton ranked number 1 at 13-0. King Philip at 14-2, number 2. Ground ball, Callahan fires to first base. Way to bounce around, Jenna, make that play out of the circle. 1-3 if you're scoring at home.
Why wouldn't you be?
But Taunton number 1 at 13-0. King Philip at 14-2, second in the league. They just had a 6-0 rain-shortened 5-inning victory over Franklin. Attleboro comes in at number 3 according to HockomockSports.com. Franklin right behind them, 7-9. Milford at number 5. Base hit into right field by Lily Santiago, the junior right fielder. Second hit of the day for Franklin.
Both of them to right field, so we'll see if there's any adjustments defensively to maybe shade a little bit into that hole between first and second, putting more pressure on the pitcher to field her position on anything up the middle. The wind picked up. Didn't you say there was no wind at the beginning of the
Really?
year?
It's plenty of wind now. Feels like it's blowing from right to left as you look at your screen. Just outside to Ava Flores, the junior third baseman, who's got 1 star on my score sheet for a nice play she made.
Down at third base. Right? Yes.
Yep.
Making sure I got my bookmark correctly.
Outside.
Jenna trying to hit that spot on the outside corner, had just missed the last 2. Not by much, but I do agree with the umpire that they have been a bit outside.
Yep.
You don't want to fall too far behind the 9-hitter with 2 outs.
Called strike on a check swing. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grace kind of does what I try to do in my 14-year umpiring career, put my eyes right at the top of the strike zone and go from there.
I'm seeing a lot of umpires, they line up behind, like, both batters' boxes in a way.
Yeah,
and
fouled off 2 and 2.
I
Yep.
feel like something's missed. I could be wrong. I've never been trained in umpiring, but I feel like when you line up on a corner that you might be missing something. I'd rather be down the middle to see everything. But look, everyone's got their own style.
Well, and the catcher stance depends on that as well.
That's true, too. Yeah.
But yeah, when in doubt on the upper part of the strike zone, I gave the benefit of the doubt to the batter. And when in doubt in the lower part of the strike zone, I gave the benefit of the doubt to the pitcher.
Right.
You want to teach him to pitch low. Ground ball to second base, fielded by the freshman Magnin, over to Fasante, 4-3. And that does it for Franklin. No runs, 1 more hit. They have a total of 2. No Attleboro errors. 3 runners left on base now for the Panthers. 2-1 Attleboro as we head to the bottom of the second on AACS 15 Sports.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Just for the record, did I have the mute button on for that entire bottom of the second?
I had my best witticisms and inside information, keen insights that you won't hear anywhere else that last half inning.
Emmy Award winning,
and I don't know if I can recreate any of that now, so you just have to trust me.
Quayla struck out in a beautiful 2-2 pitch from Kira O'Brien. Jenna Callahan walked on a full count, was then Nina Sullivan then grounded into a fielder's choice. Beautiful play by the pitcher, Kira O'Brien, to the shortstop, Weston covering second base. And then with Maddie Moran at the plate, Nina Sullivan was caught stealing. Allen down 2, Weston again covering second base. We head to the top of the third inning, 2-0 Attleboro. Franklin sending up their top of the order again.
Yeah, so second time through to see what adjustments are made either by Franklin and or Attleboro pitching and hitting in this situation.
Swinging and a miss. Brooke Benetti is up, struck out looking on a 2-2 pitch her first time. Nice breaking ball from Jenna in that at bat. Was that a riser?
Yeah, a little bit of a change of riser. Okay. What she's done, I think, better the second half of the year is she's throwing different pitches at unconventional times.
Pop up, short left field. Coming in is Qualia, makes the catch in left field. One up. Whoops. This is the third inning, not the second. One up, one down.
So, yeah, not leading off everybody with a fastball, starting some people with a changeup,
Yep.
throwing some things. You know, you don't have to throw the perfect pitch to start off. Just, try to get people off balance. I see O'Brien doing that as well. So
Yep.
she's pitching a fine game through the first two innings as well as Attleboro leads 2-0.
Fouled off to the right by Sophie Arena. 0-1. She was hit in the left knee on the first pitch she saw by alleged friend Jenna Callahan. Was stranded at third base to end the top of the first.
Sophie, one of the fastest players I've seen. She can just absolutely fly.
You can hear the wind in our field mic. Breaking ball, slowly hit. Ronan is short. Tough play, just in time.
I've talked to Lola about this. What Lola does, she takes her time, and then she throws a 100-mile-an-hour fastball across the diamond, and she knows her arm, and she got Arena by a full step. I mean, the left side of Attleboro's defense, the arms on Moran and Ronan, absolutely incredible.
And sometimes Ronan throws that sidearm bullet across the field. Low and outside to Kira O'Brien, who had a base hit to right field, stole second in the first, 1-0.
Ultimately was stranded at second base as Franklin had their best chance in the first inning when they had second and third with one out.
Missing again on a breaking ball outside. 2-0, and it was a 2-0 count when she had her base hit in the first.
So you're saying no adjustments have been made yet?
The fence is 200 feet away from home plate all around the field. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Took something off that, 2-1.
And where she did hit a 2-0 fastball in the right field, so maybe there was an adjustment.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike. High, 3-1.
Yesterday against Taunton, Jenna did hit 2 batters but had no walks throughout the course of the game. 4 strikeouts.
3 balls, 1 strike. Popped up. Ronan coming in, calls off Moran, makes the catch. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Jenna Callahan. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base after 2.5. 2-0 Bombardiers.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back. We also want to thank A Resilient Contracting, LC. Website, resettingthestandard.com. Quality, integrity, respect, and passion. Greg Homer, Mark's son, is a carpenter by trade, but also known for his pipe welding, roofing, and disappointing his poor, patient-giving father at every opportunity. Don't worry. At least your mother still loves you, Greg. He's licensed, bonded, and insured. Went to Arizona State University to play ice hockey and relocated there in 2017 after working as a wildland firefighter in Flagstaff, Arizona. You ever meet those guys who were never happy working behind a desk? Yes. I think Greg might have been one of them.
Yes.
Next time you're in the Tempe or Phoenix, Arizona area and need a carpenter, Greg Homer at resettingthestandard.com. Resettingthestandard.com for all your residential and commercial needs. And if you can recommend a good therapist where Greg and Mark can heal that father-son relationship.
I mean, he did drive him over 2,000 miles away. I mean,
that's really... Next time we do read that ad, we'll talk about how wonderful his sister Brianna is, the apple of Coach Homer's eye. Fouled off into the net as my score sheet's on the wrong side. This is Maddie Moran, who was down 1-0 in the count when Sullivan was caught stealing to end the bottom of the second. And it's 0-1 now.
Maddie seeing her fair share of pitches in this game so far.
396 average, 500 on base percentage. If I was looking, I might have flinched, but I wasn't.
It rolled far enough in advance that I had time to prep myself.
1-1 is the count to Maddie.
Now, if there was no fence, there was a very good chance it would have been a 5-hole score.
Right. 21 RBIs, 21 runs scored. That's symmetrical. Outside.
No flinch there?
No, 2 balls, 1 strike. The low ones I'm okay on.
It's the line shots back in your face.
Exactly. Yeah. Where I forget there's a fence protecting us. And it'd be terrible if the ball hit me in the head because that could warp the ball.
Yes. Paw.
Fastball looped into right field.
Slicing.
Stays fair. That's going to be a base hit. Santiago on it quickly to keep that to a single. Nice job by Maddie Moran.
Yeah, it's a kind of inside alley, and it slices away from the right fielder. And, you know, if that's a lefty, it goes right to the right fielder. But because it's a righty batter, it slices away, tucks inside the foul line, now bringing up the ever-dangerous Ronane.
Attleboro's 3rd hit of the game.
2 by Moran.
Ronane grounded out. Nice play by Flores at 3rd at first time up. There's a blast on the left field line. Hooks foul. Ooh. I think that's bad coaching by Mark Homer. Mark Homer had Ronane hit that ball too hard.
that was not fouled by much, and it would have ended up being a ground rule double.
Yeah.
As it went past the fence, but just not much of an argument from Homer.
Yeah.
Coach Homer, but lands to the left of the line.
And there we go, Coach Schaffer for Franklin has a brand new game ball.
Those things are expensive, you know. They're like $8 a pop.
Wow. Where's Mark LaFontaine? Did he go over to the lacrosse game? Mr. Blue Pride, one of the names he got, one of the reasons he got that nickname was his ability to track down foul balls so efficiently. 0-1.
And how many lacrosse balls go out of play? Come on, Mark.
Just misses low and out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good view of the strike zone by Ronane. Does not strike out much. I think maybe 3 times all year in 16 games.
Speaking of lacrosse balls, I have a comment on that in a second. High, 2-1. Our head coach at Westboro High, where we started off 15-0, longest winning streak in the state in 1976. The key to that winning streak was my 3rd base coaching.
Yes.
But he used to hit us lacrosse ball fungos. Ball 3-1. Trust me, you can catch a lacrosse ball fungo, a baseball fungo, not such a big deal. And when he would hit it, it would warp to like egg shape at first.
All I can picture is those lacrosse balls, like those Cooper balls when you're playing street hockey.
Oh, God.
Ouch. 3-1.
Blasted
Did she get enough
deep
of
to
it?
center field. Back is Bennett. 12th home run of the season for Lola Ronayne. 4-0 Bombardiers. Lola now up to 35 RBI on the season.
And also, Paul, just a little side stat, her 27th run scored of the season as well to lead the team. And more importantly for Attleboro, they now take a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the third on a 3-1 pitch.
Wow.
And she probably got more on the foul ball than she did on the home run. But, you know, she's got such a good swing going that she can, you know, great mechanics that she can get a ball like that and get it out over the center field fence.
Almost any time she gets the barrel of the bat on the ball, it's liable to go 200 feet. Wind by, right now, it looks like the wind's blowing out to left center. 4-0 Bombardiers. Freshman Avery, again, I wasn't looking. I would have flinched, but I was looking at my score sheet.
It was more towards
Avery
me.
Graziosi.
I would have been embarrassed for you if you had flinched. Because,
Ball one. And again, Kevin and I keep track every year who flinches more at balls against the backstop. In 7 years, I've beaten you once.
It was an off year for me.
Yes.
Probably a COVID year or something like that.
Maybe.
I'm playing COVID.
I am winning in baseball. Ty Waterman, our baseball color commentator, lifelong social worker, baseball author, and city councilor. He's got 3 flinches on the year. I've got 1. 1-1?
2-0.
2-0, thank you. Kevin says that doesn't count. Ty is 123 years old.
Oh, come on, I did not say that.
Oh, you wrote it down, yes. 3-0. That's ridiculous. Ty's not a day over 121. We kid Ty Waterman. He led his. The good news is
I love Ty's passion too. Though,
yes, he led his team in hitting his senior year at high school in Connecticut. Ball 4. Graziosi draws the walk, 4th of the game for O'Brien. But the good news is Ty Waterman, as a senior, led his high school team in batting. The bad news is it was a .268 average.
Ooh.
But again, that was wooden bats. He used a 33-inch Nellie Fox. Remember the thick handles on those?
Yeah. Yeah, 33-inch, 40 inches, 40 ounces.
Ball outside to Lily McGilvery, who had an infield hit for an RBI. Her first time up.
And O'Brien just missed on the outside. See if she makes any adjustment here.
Does misses again, same spot, 2-0.
Sometimes you'll see a pitcher, if they're missing consistently in the same spot, they actually change their positioning on the rubber, and they may move more inside.
And Kira O'Brien calls a timeout, wants to talk to her catcher. First, I think Grace Williams, the whole plate umpire, I thought she wanted to talk to her.
Well, it's a social game. Everybody wants to talk to each other.
No, she is a stunningly consistent umpire.
2-0 to the senior McGilvery off the University of New England.
Yay. Near Kennebunkport. 3-0. Good news for O'Brien. That pitch was thrown really, really hard. Bad news, a little bit high.
Ah, it's a bit up high.
Yeah. 4-0 Bombardiers, top of the third. Whoops, forgot to write in there 2 RBIs. Called strike as she catches the low inside corner.
Pretty sure McGilvery was taking all the way there anyway at 3-0. We'll now look for her pitch on 3-1, something to drive with nobody out.
Ball 4.
And she's not missing by much, Paul, though I do agree. I don't know if you do, but I agree with the home plate umpire that it's coming down like the white of the batter's box is what it looks like, and just maybe tucked inside a bit there. So she's not missing by much, but she is just missing on the outside.
This brings up Savannah Bodecker, whose sister Lily is listening in Italy. Called strike, took something off that, catches the outside corner. I think Lily is the favorite daughter right now because she just completed her finals and graduated from college, so that bill is off the kitchen table for their parents.
They didn't have to feed her while she was in Italy.
Yeah,
That's
really.
the nice thing about when your kids move to college.
Squares to bunt. Yep, foul. 0-2. Thought that caught her hand at first.
It probably hit the bat, then her hand.
Okay.
And what's tough is when you square a little bit too early, and if the pitcher notices, they may just throw inside like that, and you get the foul ball. So now it's 0-2. Jackie Fasante waiting on deck.
She walked and was stranded in the bottom of the first. Called strike. Beautiful pitch on the outside edge.
Just the first out, but the fourth strikeout for O'Brien.
Against 5 walks. Bombardiers have 4 runs on, what, 4 hits now?
4 hits now, yeah.
Jackie Fasante, the first baseman. That pitch misses low and away. Jackie struck out swinging in the bottom of the first.
Base hit here with the Grazioso on second to see if doesn't have the best speed, so they may hold her up at third.
Fouled off to the right. 1-1.
And I said, earlier in that I'm surprised they didn't do a courtesy runner. It dawned on me, Attleboro might have most of the bench at the JV game.
Yeah, that's right.
So they may not have any other runners.
Swing and a miss. Fastball just behind that. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kind
By
of
the way,
jammed her on that pitch, yes.
A funny story about Savannah and Lily Bodecker's grandmother in just a moment.
Okay. Call that a tease, right?
Yep. Foul down the right field line. Emphatic call by our home plate umpire, Grace Williams, leaving no doubt 1-2. Again, Lily, she was the outstanding libero on the first Attleboro team, a volleyball team, to make the playoffs.
Oh, nice.
So when I think it was Mansfield they got the win against, which was the first win against Mansfield in program history. Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch. Second out. So my call was, and for the first time since 1736, Attleboro girls volleyball has made the state playoffs. Lily's dad showed me after the game a text she got from he got from his mom. Swing and a miss to Emily Qualia, 0-1. I think the announcer made a mistake. Volleyball wasn't invented until the late 1800s.
And you know where volleyball was invented?
Not Springfield. Oh, that pitch gets away. You can call that a wild pitch. Yeah. Moving to third is Graziosi. And second, McGilvery. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. So I believe it was invented in not Springfield.
Holyoke.
Holyoke.
Called strike right on the edge.
Good spot.
Peter, I've lost track of the count.
1-2.
1-2. Thank you. People think it's easy being this stupid, They're wrong. Missing outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a case where I ought to let the home plate umpire call that before I do, huh?
Well, you risk. You put a lot. You put a lot on the table by risking your thoughts and feelings.
Foul ball down the right field line by about 2 or 3 feet. Santiago chases after that. Boy, she's got a good arm out there. Gets it in. Count remains 2-2.
Qualia with quick hands has surprising power.
Yep.
She's got good double power in the gap.
Just missing. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Emily hitting .348 on the season with a .444 on base percentage. She has a double, 11 RBIs, 4 runs scored.
Swing and a miss. Strikes out the side.
O'Brien does a great job after getting herself into some trouble and giving up 2 runs, comes back strong and picks up her 5th strikeout.
I think 6th.
Maybe even 6.
Yep, her 6th strikeout. So after 2.5, it's Attleboro 4, Franklin nothing, and it looks like Lola Ronayne is going to come in to pitch, and Jenna Callahan's going to move to shortstop. We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports, and right now Kevin Callahan gets to say his favorite thing. You're wrong, Paul.
You're wrong. You get such in the habit of saying the same thing over again. It starts to lose its spark.
All right. Lola Ronayne is at shortstop. Jenna Callahan staying at pitcher. She was standing in the circle, but hand the ball to
Yeah,
Jenna.
she likes to hand the ball, but and as I did tell Paul off air, it's not unprecedented for them to switch it off. But neither Lola or Jenna like to wear a mask when playing shortstop. They both wear a mask when pitching.
Yeah.
So when I looked up and I saw that Jenna had her mask and Lola did not, that confirmed to me that
That's enough from Kevin Callahan.
you were wrong.
Marley Allen is up, leads the club with a 385 average, not including this week's totals. Fouls it off, 0-1, popped out to second her first time up, has a couple of home runs, 12 RBIs, again, not including this week's 2 games.
But by my little account, her average, it dropped a bit to 378. So she probably had like a 3 for 9 week or something like that.
0-1. Callahan, the righty, takes something off that, lofted into right field. McGilvery makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down.
So Jenna's hitting her spot so far through 3 1/3, and just taking stuff off it. Again, Jenna can be, and she showed it against Milford in relief where she had 9 strikeouts in 4 innings, but she's more a 5 in a complete game, more of like a 4 or 5 strikeout type of pitcher.
Franklin has 2 hits so far. Here comes the left-handed hitting. This is Brooke Gatewood.
Yes, this is her first at-bat of the game, right?
Yep, filling in for Addie Weiss, who I think injured her hand, making a play at second base. That was ball 1 on the first pitch.
Gateway with a couple of hits on the season.
Missing a breaking ball, missing outside, 2-0. Ty Waterman will like this, chokes up on the bat a little.
Yeah, it does give you a little bit more control of the bat. Obviously, you lose a little something in the inches, but it gives you more control of the bat, and you try to sometimes place the ball like the center field.
Hits it to center field. Sullivan makes a diving catch. Snow coating that beautifully. Came in towards the ball. It started tailing away. Take it from there, Kevin.
Yeah, no, the wind was playing tricks with it, but Sullivan, we mentioned it at the outset, Paul. Sullivan has stabilized center field. Sullivan's a tremendous catcher.
Yep.
And so put a lot of pressure on Bodecker to come in, and Sullivan, who is used to playing center field, she splits a lot of her time on different club teams between center and catch, has really stabilized center field. She's got great wheels, a tremendous arm, and can really get to balls like we just saw.
Great jump in that ball, great adjustment. Called strike 1 to Ella Weston, the outstanding junior shortstop. Fouled out to Jackie Fasante at first base, who made a really nice catch over her shoulder, moving away from the plate. Breaking ball, called strike 2.
Ella Weston with 9 hits on the season by my unofficial count. The 0-2 pitch.
Fastball fouled off Ella's leg. That's smart. Count remains 0-2.
0-2, nobody out. I'm sorry, 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
I was going to say
4-0.
I was going to say Ella has an outstanding arm, but ball outside. If you play shortstop on the Hockomock League, that's kind of prima facie evidence.
You really you have to have a strong arm. There's just too much talent up and down, all teams.
Change up. Sullivan has to come in, makes the running catch.
And getting the outfield involved that inning with a fly ball to right and 2 to center, and 1 a real nice play by Sullivan, but all 3 nice catches.
Jenna's retired 7 straight batters. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th inning, 4-0 Bombardiers over the Franklin Panthers.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to Double ACS. New pitcher is in, Abby Sousa. Sophomore Abby Sousa. So that's Sousa's here.
So O'Brien had 3 innings, 4 runs, 4 earned, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, and now that brings in Abby Sousa, number 11, and you got the defensive changes as well.
Yes, O'Brien moves to center field. Kira O'Brien moves to center field, and the center fielder Benetti moves to left field.
And so technically the pitcher, Souza, is in for Sophie Arena, who was 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a ground out to short. No plays in left, I don't believe.
No. And so she's, although she had one nice backup on it.
Yes, she did on the backup. You're right, preventing a run from scoring.
So Sousa will be batting in the second spot in the lineup. And again, Abby Sousa. Okay.
We're facing Callahan, first batter, top of the order, so did not want O'Brien going the 3rd time through the lineup.
Yep. Fouled off to the left.
Just a little bit late on that one was Callahan on the fastball.
Second duck by Josh Perry, by the way.
Going after Perry.
What do we have for a count on Jenna?
Is 1 ball, 1 strike to Jenna, who has struck out and walked this game.
Sousa, the righty, takes something off that. Jenna way out in front of it, fouls it off. Sullivan picks it up, tosses it back to our home plate umpire, Grace Williams.
So 1 and 2.
1 and
now
2.
You got to simplify your swing. And I tell you, we had a great one the other day in the comeback against Milford. Was Nina Sullivan 0 and 2. Simplified her swing, got a base hit to left field.
Fouls to the left, just over the fence. Count remains 1 and 2.
In the top of the 7th, a base hit between third and short, line drive left. Moran works a walk. Ronayne hits home run in the top of the 7th.
Wow, for the 7-6 win, right?
For the 7th, yeah, it wasn't a walk-off. Still had to get him out in
Yeah.
the bottom half, but yeah, 7-6 win.
1 and 2 to Jenna Callahan. Ground ball to the shortstop, Weston. Did we miss? Whoa! Ball is thrown away.
Would she have beat it out? No?
I'm not convinced.
Okay, E6.
Yep. Kevin and I have realized, again, in Major League Baseball, you basically have to trip over yourself for anything to be called an error nowadays.
Right.
We are much harsher official scorers than they are at the Major League level.
No, you're right. And, we've talked about it. We've argued about it.
Yep.
And I think, at the varsity level and the expectations are higher. And that's a play. Sure. Now, I think it would have been bang, bang.
Yep.
It would have been interesting to see. But a good play and a good stretch. She's probably out by a half a step.
Ball 1 to Nina Sullivan, who walked and scored in the first, reached on a fielder's choice and was caught stealing in the second. Attleboro leads 4-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, 1-1.
Fooled Sullivan a little bit on that. She kind of like swung through it as the ball kind of dipped on her.
What'd you call me? Oh, the ball dip, sorry. Sousa outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And by Sullivan getting caught stealing 2 innings ago, you wonder if that takes off the steal for the rest of the game from Coach Homer. And Sullivan has good speed.
Beautiful throw by the catcher, Allen. And in foul to the left, no man's land. Count moves to 2-2. And at every half inning on the coming down, she's been throwing strikes to second base.
I mean, you don't need to run into and out yet. Maybe try it once, and like they did, and it did not work out. So, okay, let's let the rest of the order do their thing. It's tough to spin a double play, and you get your 3 and 4 bidders coming up.
Took something off that, fouled back by Sullivan. Count remains 2-2. Nice catch by a fan behind us.
Good crowd here today.
Yeah.
And why not? It's a beautiful day for it. And Marc LaFontaine holding a picture of senior Maddie Moran.
High. Full count.
Now we will see if Callahan goes.
Yeah.
Because you hate to see the strike him out, throw him out double play too. You want runners on base for Moran and Ronayne.
Outside, ball 4.
Callahan was not running on that.
And just light dawns over Marblehead, and now she heads towards second base.
She forgot the count. Oh,
again, she has your your wife's speed and her father's brain.
Don't talk about my mother like that.
I know.
Maddie Moran to the plate. First and second over the out. And there's a ball inside.
1-0.
Moran 2 for 2 on the day. She had come into the game with a tremendous average, if I can find a 396 average. So that's up over 400 now.
A double to left center to drive in a run. 2-0 now. And a single to right field.
So now she'll look for
And
something
she
to drive
scores.
here on 2-0. And that exit velocity on her first double is just tremendous.
Beautiful day here in Attleboro. The new turf fields. Nice breaking ball by Sousa. 2 balls, 1 strike.
On that swing, Maddie looked like she wanted to make it 7-0 here on senior day.
With the trees, the leaves filling in. It's a much prettier field here. Breaking ball outside. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Again, Maddie will look for something to drive here on 3-1, much like 2-0. Something middle in and something she can drive.
Middle in. Got under it, though. Popped up towards center. There's O'Brien. Makes the catch. So 1 out. 2 runners on. Again, wind kind of feels like it's blowing out to left center.
Yeah, Moran just missed that one.
If you know anyone who's a little stressed out right now and they're not a softball fan, tell them to put this game on. Turn the volume off so Kevin and I don't bother you, and just watch the clouds coast across the screen. Ball 1 outside to Ronayne, who's grounded out to third on a nice play by Florest, and a 2-run home run to center field. Her 12th of the season to lead the Hawk and increase her Attleboro school record.
And
There's a
number
blast
13.
to center again. She gets the barrel on the ball. It's guaranteed to travel 200 feet. That's a 3-run homer. 5 RBIs in this game for Lola Ronayne. Wow.
And increasing the score to 7-0. Lola Ronayne with 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored, 2 for 3 on the day, 2 home runs. That one to left center field.
5 hits on the day. She's got 2 of them, both long balls. But again, if you just want to relax, just watch the clouds fly by. You could ignore Kevin and I speaking. In terms of lowering stress, it's more effective than putting on a Moody Blues album and staring at your lava lamp. I know, I've tried that before. So Lola Ronayne, her 13th home run of the year. And sometimes people look like they're swinging from the heels.
No.
She just has such a fundamentally smooth swing.
It's a very smooth swing. It looks almost effortless. It is not. I mean, she works at it all the time. You'll see her off on the side in between innings, working off the tee, hitting into the net. She is dedicated as a sophomore, and as I put her in the category now. Every chance of being, potentially MVP of the Hawk.
Graziosi has a base hit to center field. She had walked twice and been stranded at third twice. Now she has Attleboro's 6th hit of the game, a base hit to center field. Avery Graziosi. She started the year with the JVs, right?
Yes, she did. And she got a pinch hit. I believe in her first game she pinched hit against Oliver Ames and got a key double and a big comeback victory for Attleboro against Oliver Ames that went 8 innings. McGilvery
Popped up by McGilvery.
dropping in, but the runner stood on first base, so that's going to be a fielder's choice.
And
8-6. I don't think you get credit for a single on that.
No, it turns it into a fielder's choice.
Graziosi has to get a couple steps off the base and give herself a chance at second. She can't be standing on first base. She would not be tagging in that situation.
Which is what the first base coach was advising her. So that's your classic 9-6.
8-6.
8-6 out at second base.
Taking a hit away from McGilvery.
And that makes it a fielder's choice for McGilvery. So that's the second out. This brings up Bodecker. She's walked and struck out looking on a beautiful 0-2 pitch that caught the outside corner from Kira O'Brien. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup again.
Little extra movement with the wind, and then she kind of swung under it as the ball kind of floated up over the bat. 1-1 the count.
Thank you. I didn't want to ask and be ridiculed again. Fouled back. No flinch by Kevin Callahan. Any flinches over there?
No, my mother-in-law did not flinch either.
Right.
So, okay.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But she's going to criticize my performance on air after the game. That's why she's sitting so close. You said mean things about your daughter.
No. Swing and a miss. Took something off that. Strike 3 for the third out for the Bombardiers. 3 more runs on the Lola Ronayne 3-run homer. She was also on the HawkSports.com all-underclass team in basketball, right?
Yes. Yep.
So Attleboro has 7 runs now on 6 hits.
2 of those runs were earned.
Yep, 1 Franklin error. Attleboro has left 4 runners on base, and 6 of the 7 runs are earned. 7-0 Bombardiers as we head to the top of the 5th right after this on AACS 15 Sports. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Jenna Callahan just took 2 warm-up pitches and said, let's get on with it here. So that's your mother-in-law sitting next door?
Yes. Yep.
Does she say what I often say about Christine?
Uh-oh.
She's a wonderful young lady, and she could have done better.
She's told me that to my face. So. Oh, Chris, why didn't you marry that prom date?
He's a doctor now, you know. He's a doctor.
Doctor.
He drives a Cadillac.
That's so 70s.
Josie Drucker is up. The designated player grounded back to the pitcher. Nice play by Jenna, moving to her right in the second. Ball 1 high.
As the wind picks up again.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9 for Franklin here.
Called strike on the outside edge.
Attleboro leading 7-0 here in the top of the 5th inning.
1 ball, 1 strike. Jess catches the bottom of the zone on a changeup 1 and 2. I'm very disappointed. Home plate umpire Grace Williams and base umpire Steve Qualia. I'm a talk show host from 9 till noon, and complaining is what we do best, and they haven't given me a darn thing to complain about yet.
Well, the game's only half over, so you know there's still time.
Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You're jinxing it.
In my umpiring days, like a coach would say, after the 4th inning, doing a great job, Bob. Please, wait till we're over before you make any comments. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Callahan fields it, fires to first base to retire the hustling Drucker. So she is now retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. Lily Santiago's coming up. The strong-arm junior right fielder had a base hit to right field, one of Franklin's 2 hits in the day.
Jenna making a run at Lola's unofficial record. Go ahead, ask me
what's the record?
Lola can generate more balls back to the circle than any pitcher I've ever seen. It's I would say a third of the outs are to her back in the pitches in the pitching circle.
Ball 1 high and in to Lily Santiago.
Got a single to right field, the first time up.
Fastball up the middle. Nina Sullivan is there again to catch the line dry. That one just gets 1 star, not 3, like that beautiful catch she made to rob Brooke Gatewood earlier.
What Nina's done well this year as the season is going on is she's getting real good jumps off the ball, off the bat.
Yeah.
And on that play right there, she read it well. If there's one thing I think she still needs to work on is going back on the ball like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But she's getting better at that as well. So it's, again, stabilizing center field.
Ava Florist is up, the junior third baseman. She's made 1 nice play in the field today and was ground out to second base on a nice play by Attleboro's Magnet.
Ooh, McGilvery goes
Whoa!
for it.
Kevin, take over. I was looking at my score sheet.
Yeah, McGilvery lays out for the ball as she should. Just gets past her. Sullivan with the backup, and she gets a double for Ava Florent, who had grounded out to second her first time out. So a 2-out double, giving Franklin a little bit of a spark here as they turn the order over to Brooke Benetti.
To right center field.
And a great effort by McGilvery in right, going hard for that ball, perfectly placed. Sullivan just could not get to it, and McGilvery laying out. And a great backup. You again, encourage the outfielders to lay out. Trust that your outfielders will be there to back you up.
Bennett is struck out looking and flown out to left field. Looks at ball one high here in the top of the fifth. 7-0 Bombardiers. And Attleboro took a 7-4 comeback victory over Franklin back on April 16th. Catches the outside edge, 1-1.
A little bit of movement on that ball, on the fastball. I don't think it was designed to. I think it just the wind picked it up a little bit. 1-1 to the leadoff Benetti.
And again, change up, swing and a miss, 1-2. And again, the Attleboro catchers, in this case Savannah Bodeker, they call the pitches. Don't look to the dugout. Love that.
Change up.
Base hit. Oh, fielded by the second baseman. Infield hit. On the change of throw across the diamond, back in time was Florest. So 2 hits in a row for Franklin. We'll call that an infield hit.
Moving to third is Ava Florent. And now Souza is up at the plate, number 11.
Who came in to pitch. And, yep, in the Sophie Arena spot in the lineup. Runner is going. Bodeker throws
Ooh, a
down,
hitter in the
hits the
helmet.
runner. Balls into left field, and the run will score from third base. And as she moves to third, well, very, very sadly, we have to call that an E2. That's not going to make Lily and Italy happy.
So it's an E2, and that scores the runner from third because Florent was not running. Florest. And Benetti goes to third on the same error.
Called strike, and I've lost track of the count.
Yeah, I did not see what the pitch was before. And the scoreboard said, okay, I think it's 0-2.
Yep. Ground ball, Moran across the diamond to first base. Fassant with a catch, 5-3 if you're scoring at home.
And you should be.
And that'll do it. So for Franklin, 1 run, unearned, on 2 hits. So they now have 4 hits in the game. They leave 1 runner on, so they now have 4 runners left on base. And we head to the bottom of the 5th, and it is 7-1 Bombardiers over the Panthers.
Correct.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Peter Bray just notified us that it was dead air. You know what that means, Kevin?
We're back.
Again, people think it's easy being this stupid, and people are wrong.
So Peter has fixed the camera. He's informed us that we're back. Informed us that we were off air, thus forcing him to wear headphones when he didn't want to.
Wow.
And we're only in the 5th inning.
Jackie Fassante is up. Been
Just
recorded.
a bit outside.
Has struck out swinging twice today. Up in the count 1-0 against relief pitcher Abby Sousa. And what year is Abby? Sophomore, I believe? Yes. Nope. Yes, sophomore. Low and in, 2-0.
62, 1-1 the count to Fassante. Came into the game with a .381 average.
Allen, a good receiver behind the plate at catcher. Takes something off that, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1. Oh, okay.
Does Jackie have a sister on the team?
Sam Fassante, yes, twins. Actually, and I'm not sure they're triplets, and I think one of them plays lacrosse, but don't quote me on that.
Called strike on the inside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yep. Well, it finally happened. We finally see Grace Williams make a mistake behind the plate. Wonder if that'll be in the video for her training classes. Ball high, 3-2.
This is how you ring up somebody on strike 2.
Yes, this is how you ring someone up on strike 2, kids. Again, she's a softball instructor for USA Softball. Has trained over 500 umpires. Popped up to Sousa. who makes the catch.
6 pitch at bat. Had me question myself. I saw it ring. I'm like, I thought I had 2-1.
Emily Qualia is up. Where's Paige Qualia now?
Rhode Island College. She just finished her first year, also in the nursing program.
Ball 1 to Emily, who has struck out swinging twice tonight.
Off to UMass Dartmouth to go heal the sick in Massachusetts.
Oh, wow. So they're both getting into nursing. Swing and miss. It's 1-1. I'm so old, it was called University of Southern Massachusetts.
SMU. No, Southeastern Mass University.
Southeastern Mass University.
But then Eric Dickerson and Craig James came out of there and changed the whole look.
Swing and a miss on a pitch wide of the zone, 1-2. I love the Eric Dickerson story. Tell that in just a second.
The senior Qualia.
Fouls it back. Count remains 1-2. That's back in the days SMU, what's in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s?
Early 80s, yeah, I believe.
When recruiting was, well, some of those schools, it was more similar to bribery.
Yeah. Get the new cars. Don't tell anyone.
Well, that's the story. We'll get to it in a second. 1-2. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Nice pitch. 2 outs. So anyway, Texas A&M trying to recruit Eric Dickerson. They think they've got him, so they buy him a gold, was it a Firebird? A gold Firebird. Well, then Dickerson changes his mind and decides to go to SMU. I guess they made a better offer. Jenna Callahan with a smash to deep left center field. And that bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. Jenna was hitting .525 coming into the game, 23 singles. That's now her 7th double of the year. She's got 2 home runs, and with 2 outs, there's a runner in scoring position.
For Nina Sullivan, yeah, Jenna now was a strikeout. She had walked, reached on an error, and now a double, so now 1 for 3 on the day.
So anyway, then Eric, I guess SMU makes him a better offer, and Texas A&M can't say anything about it. Qualia pops it up to right field. Sullivan, sorry. Santiago is there. Santiago makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the officials at Texas A&M, they can't say anything because it's against the rules to be buying cars for recruits.
Right.
So they just had to sit back and take it. And for 4 years at SMU, Eric Dickerson drove that gold Camaro around campus, purchased for him by the boosters at Texas A&M.
It's a great story.
No runs on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base, so the Bombardiers have 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 Franklin error, 5 runners left on base, 6 of the 7 runs are earned. Franklin, no runs, 4 hits, 1 Attleboro error, 4 left on base, 1 run, I'm sorry, and it was an unearned run. 7-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Top
of the 6th. It's the consistency that amazes me.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
No, Peter. SMU, Southern Methodist University, where Eric Dickerson played. He did not play at Southeastern Massachusetts University, the Division III Corsairs, I believe.
But think about his stats if he had.
Oh, wow. Yes. I can see the confusion. Kira O'Brien is up, started a pitcher, now playing center field, had a base hit to right field, stole a base, and popped out to short. Ball 1 high from Jenna Callahan.
Franklin looks to get back into the game. This is the inning to do it. They got their 3-4-5 coming up as they are trailing 7-1. 3rd time through the lineup for Franklin.
O'Brien, Allen, and Gatewood. Gatewood came in for Weiss.
That was a huge, powerful swing.
Yeah.
And I was looking out in the right center. The ball was tipped and foul ball.
Died in the dirt. Love this new grass field at Attleboro.
It's nice. Attleboro. It is a nice field here. Especially like you said with the leaves coming in. Changeup.
Takes something off that, fouled off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, watching Josh Perry with Hawk Sports, I never see him taking notes during the games, yet his articles are so spot on. I mean, is his memory that good, or am I just not looking when he takes notes? Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Him and Ryan Lanigan has done a tremendous job with Hawk Sports for a 2-man operation. They get an occasional student contributors.
Swing and a miss. So that's Jenna's third strikeout?
Just a third. She comes in relief the other day in 4 innings, throws 9 strikeouts.
Wow.
And again, not necessarily a strikeout pitcher, but it's when the ball is moving and she can get, soft grounders, soft pop-ups.
And she hasn't walked a batter.
Has not. Oh,
There it goes. Ball high. Thanks, Paul. To Marley Allen, Franklin's leading hitter, which is why she gets to wear number 9, Ted Williams' old number.
Think she knows that?
I don't know.
Some do. Some know about Ted Williams.
Yeah. Ball too high. Noticing a trend. In one of the greatest insults to Ted Williams in the history of the world, number 9 was my number.
I insulted Wade Boggs.
Ooh, 26.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was still an active player when I insulted him. But
2-0 is the pitch to Marty Allen. Looped into center field. Well, it wasn't a walk, Kevin. But it gets by Sullivan. But
no
she
advance.
Recovers it quickly. So that's the 5th base hit of the game for Franklin.
Good 2-0 swing in there by Allen, not trying to do anything nasty with the pitch or do too much with the pitch. Again, comes into the game with about a 378 average, so that average will stay about the same.
And we got a courtesy runner coming in. That's number 8. And number 8 is Amelia Rakitin.
I'm sure that'll be a courtesy runner.
Yep.
And Allen will re-enter the game.
So Brooke Gatewood is up. She was robbed, hit a line shot to center field. A beautiful diving catch by Sullivan. Back to Callahan, has to go to first base. Moving to second was the courtesy runner, Amelia Rakitin.
Yeah, she kind of picked up her head and was thinking about getting the force out, bobbled it a bit, and did the smart thing, got the sure out at first base.
Yep.
Now 2 outs for Ella Weston, who has fouled out to first base and flown out to center.
We'll get to my insult of Ted Williams in just a second. Squares to bunt. Beautiful bunt down front. Callahan fields it wisely, throws back to third as she knew she wasn't going to get it. So that is a bunt base hit.
Watch her at 2.
Oh, and then she goes to second.
And Coach Owen might be asking for some interference.
Oh, and they're sending her back. They had called time.
Oh, because Jenna was back in the circle with the ball? The bunt single, and the umpires did chat. And no, now she's on second. We hear Coach.
And now the 2 umpires will talk. So that is a bunt single.
And I think the crowd mic just picked up base umpire Steve Quellia said I had time before she went to second. So so they sent it back there. And I do know the ball can be, it's when you're in the circle with the ball, it's like the play stops.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case, but
he said I had time, so someone had asked time and he granted it.
Right.
But that's a bunt single. So 6th hit of the game for Weston. Drucker is up, runner stealing. Ronayne cuts that off. So that's a stolen base for Weston.
I'm in the minority on this, but I think it's starting to gain some traction. With 2 outs and a lead, I'm in favor of throwing all the way down to second so you can get the out. I don't care if the run scores. So it's 7-2. Yeah, if you get her out, you're out of the inning. Baseball, I'm a huge fan of it. Pitchers like when there's no one on base. So if you can get the runner out stealing and you give up a run, pitchers feel better when there's no one on base. That's just how I feel. The offense has produced 7 runs.
1-1 is the count to Drucker. She's grounded back to Callahan in the circle twice. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Drucker with a 3-hit game this year. Seeing that I forget, let's make it against Taunton.
Ground ball, third base. Moran fires it across the diamond to Fasante in time. 5-3, but for Franklin, no runs, 2 more hits. They now have 6 for the game. 2 runners left on. That's also 6 runners left on for the game. After 5.5 innings, Attleboro 7, Taunton 1. So anyway, Ted Williams wore number 9. My number was 9. Ted Williams was a left-handed batter. I was right-handed. Ted Williams never, ever swung at the first pitch. I love to swing at the first pitch. Ted Williams was a great power hitter. I was a punch and Judy hitter who rarely struck out and rarely hit the ball out of the infield. Heads up to our listeners in the Tempe or Phoenix, Arizona area.
Punch and Judy. I just like that comment. Is that wrong to say now? Are you offending Judy?
Or I don't know. A Resilient Contracting LC. Go to www. You don't say the wwws anymore.
No, not about 38 years. But
yeah, go to the Google My Controlling Device. Look up resettingthestandard.com. Quality, integrity, respect, and passion. Greg Homer is a carpenter by trade, but also known for his pipe welding, roofing, and disappointing his poor, patient, loving, giving father at every opportunity. At least his mother still loves him. He's licensed, bonded, and insured, went to Arizona State University to play ice hockey, relocated there in 2017 after working as a wildland firefighter in Flagstaff, Arizona. Next time you're in the Tempe or Phoenix area and you need a carpenter, Greg Homer at resettingthestandard.com. And don't mention his loving sister, Brianna. He's still jealous that, well, his parents have always loved her more.
Notice there, though, everybody was ready to play except for the umpires.
Yeah. This is wrong side of my playbook.
Matty Moran, 2 for 3 on the day, 2 doubles, 1 RBI, 2 runs scored, a double to left center, and a single to right. So 1 double, 1 single, and a fly out to center.
According to my score sheet, you're right. Just a bit outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And when did Sousa come on? She came on in the top of the 4th?
In the bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the 4th, yes.
See, Paul, when the home team plays,
Yeah. All right, Peter.
Thank you for the encouragement, Peter.
I don't think it was necessary to laugh quite that hard, Peter.
I'm okay with it.
You know, I think Kevin is funny too, but looks aren't everything. That's to left center field.
Is it carrying?
Wind is going out that way.
She dropped it.
No, it never touched her glove. Over the head of Benetti.
Okay.
And again, the wind was blowing out. I think we'll call that a double. Kevin says no.
No, it's a double. You're right. It's just it didn't hit anything, and
That's a should have made the play, but it's a double to left center. Bombardiers now have 8 hits on the day, right, Peter?
Maddie had come in with 21 hits now on the season, hitting .396. Now has 24 hits on the season.
She's 3 for 4 today. Lola Ronayne is out, ground out to third, robbed by Florist. A 2-run homer to center field in the 3rd, and a 3-run homer to just a bit left center field in the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 is the count. Way outside, and I think they're pitching around Lola a little bit here.
I was going to say, do you know who has the green light?
Yeah, really, on 3-0. Yeah. Oh. Up the middle for a base hit on a 3-0 pitch. Something I never got in my life. Ronayne goes to second on the throw, gets away from the catcher, but nice backup by Sousa. So that is a base hit to center field on a 3-0 pitch.
And that was hit hard.
Yes.
Right up the middle. Hit the ball where it's pitched. So second and third, nobody out for Avery Grazioso.
Do we have to call that an error as she went down to second base?
No, she went to second on the throw home.
Okay.
Had Maddie scored, you could have given an error to somebody. But Moran was going to third, and Ronayne took off for second. As second as the ball got past the cut, she took off for second.
Graziosi has walked twice and had a base hit to center field, then was erased on your classic 8-6 play at second base. Center field to shortstop.
Hey, remember, we did have the 9-2-6-2,
right,
which I think you spent 15 minutes describing the next day on your radio show.
Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike to Avery Graziosi.
Graziosa's walks today, her on-base percentage might be above her batting average now. Getting punished for those sac flies.
Call strike on the inside edge, 2-2. Boy, you can hear the wind in our field mic.
Holy.
It was a winless day in the first inning of this game. It's been beautiful, breezy spring day ever since. Ball inside, full count to Avery Graziosi.
Didn't miss by much. Just a little bit low, maybe a little bit in. It's a good spot.
What's Avery's position by trade?
First base.
First base, okay. Inside pitch, line shot. Benetti makes the play in left field. Quick throw. All right, so she missed that first one, but again, that was a long, deep fly ball into a tough wind. That's a hard line drive, and she makes the catch.
Nice hit by Graziosi, possibly robbed of an RBI.
Yeah, I put a star there. One out. Runners on second and third for Lily McGilvery, who had an infield hit for an RBI in the first, walked in the third, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. Strike one.
McGilvery came in with almost a 400 on base percentage and approaching 300 at the plate.
Ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So 1 for 2 today. Almost could have been 2 for 2.
Yeah.
But the fielder's choice to the center fielder.
Which should have been 2, yeah.
No flinch.
No flinch, we're okay.
Looked right up at it.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'll win the Dennis Drinkwater Award.
Yes, he's famous for not flinching behind the Fenway Park home plate backstop. Fouled back. Now, does our camera get a flinch because it was knocked out of position earlier?
Got to give the camera a flinch. If you knock it.
Count remains 1-2.
To McGilvery off the New England University thereof.
Yeah, Kennebunkport. Fouled inside.
I should have caught it.
Yeah. Count remains 1-2. How many pitches for Sousa, Peter?
Quite a few.
59.
I was going to say the next one's our 60th.
Okay. I didn't ask you, Kevin. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, I should wait till the home plate umpire calls it.
Yeah, just work on one. It's just the top of the bottom.
All right. Stay in your lane, Paul. Called strike 3 on the inside edge. Runners moving. Oh, did they think it was 3 outs? And 2 runners are going to score. Oh, and they're both safe.
Wow. So who do you give that error on the pitcher?
First of all, I was writing down the strikeout in my scorebook.
Yeah,
Someone explain to me what just happened.
I think they threw the ball back. I think they thought it was the 3rd out, like you had mentioned. I was writing in the scorebook as well, and all of a sudden I heard Coach Homer go. Ball was sitting in the circle with nobody home. I'm going to have to go with an error on the pitcher on that one, Paul. Maybe go back and rewatch it
I'll
later
watch that
on.
tonight.
But 2-run score on 1 error.
Wow. And they didn't know the number of outs.
That's the only thing I can come up with. That caught looking on McGilvery was the 2nd out of the inning, but 2 runs come across, and now the score is 9-1.
And that makes 6 of those 9 runs earned. Bodecker swings and misses.
Yeah, that's interesting. Just a mental lapse in judgment, a coachable moment as you start to make get ready for the playoff run, of which Franklin will make the playoffs.
Strike 2, I believe the count's 1-2. Not sure.
Yes, it is. 1-2. They captured Bo Decker 0 for 2 with a walk on the day. 2 hits yesterday against Taunton.
As a sophomore, she's done a fine job at catcher, which allowed Coach Homer to move Nina Sullivan to center field. Swing and a miss. Again, that's that off-speed breaking ball. So that's the 4th strikeout for Sousa against 1 walk. And that will end the bottom of the 6th inning. So 2 more runs for Attleboro on 1 more hit. So they now have 9 runs, 6 of them earned, on 8 hits, 2 Franklin errors, and Attleboro has left 5 runners on base. Franklin will come up. They've got 1 run on 6 hits, 1 Attleboro error, 6 runs left on base. Runners left on base. Their run was unearned. We'll be right back for the top of the 7th.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back. We want to thank all of our underwriters. Whoops. LJ's Car Wash, Barrows Insurance, the Betting Center on Pleasant Street, Falls AC, Bristol Glass, W.H. Riley & Son, and Claudino's Auto. Home plate umpire Grace Williams explained what happened there so even Kevin could understand.
What we expected. They thought that was the third out on the strikeout, not the second. The pitcher, what we didn't know was we thought maybe the catcher rolled the ball back to the circle, but the pitcher actually dropped the ball and started walking out the field, allowing 2 runners to score.
Lily Santiago has a base hit to right field, was robbed by Nina Sullivan on a hard line drive, fouls that off to the right. 1-1's the count, I believe, as Jackie Fasante tracks that down.
I would go with 0-2.
0-2, thank you.
As the umpire Grace was correcting you, as I was correcting
Funny.
you.
And Peter Bray was correcting me.
You have a lot of people. And my mother-in-law was correcting you.
And we know at home when Carol corrects me, I got to get that frying pan sound effect.
And the peanut vendor was correcting. And by God, I was
down there. Little slap shot reference. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled off to the right. It's funny, the lovely Carol McLaughlin of the Quincy McLaughlins, whenever there's a fight, we're watching hockey and there's a fight, she gets disgusted. But boy, does she love the movie Slapshot.
Such a great movie. Paul Newman's called it his favorite role.
Absolutely. Stupid machine stole my quarter. Change up, outside, 2-2. I have, for 5 years, from 98 to 2002, I was part of the American Hockey League Friday night game of the week coverage with Hall of Famer Fred Cusick, Hall of Famer Brad Park, and who the heck is Paul Healy. Base hit into center field for Santiago.
Her second hit of the day. She had a base hit to right, lined out to center, and now a base hit to left center. She's hit the ball well all 3 times.
That's their 7th hit of the game. But no, Fred Cusick was play-by-play, Brad Park color commentary. I did player interviews and fan features between periods. And used to interview a lot of people in the Lowell Lock Monsters fan club section. So at the end of the year, hit to right field, over Magnum at second base. Base hit for Florist. She's now got 2 hits on the day. A double to right center, and now that single to right.
And a little bit of life now on the Franklin bench as they trail 9-1 here in the 7th inning. They turn the order over back to Brooke Benetti, who is 1 for 3 with an infield single, a fly out the left, and caught looking once.
So the fan club presented me with a gift, the original Slapshot poster, signed by the Hanson brothers.
Oh, nice.
Also, Dr. Hook, I got a picture of him, autograph. Base hit to right field, 3 in a row for Franklin.
They hold the runner at third.
And the runners' bases are loaded. So they're now up to 9 hits in the game.
Franklin very aggressive in their approach to the last 2 batters, going after the very first pitch.
Oh.
Bringing up the pitcher, Souza, grounded out the third, her only time up. You hear Coach Ormer get an out.
Yep.
You're in a situation where you can trade runs for outs.
With a 9-1 lead. Just missing low in the zone. 1-0.
Last thing you want to do is give a team life.
Yeah, exactly.
And Franklin's feeling a little bit of life right now. Important for Attleboro to get an out here.
High 2-0.
Jenna came into this inning with, I believe, about 77 pitches. Around 87 now?
I got 85.
85, perfect.
See, I don't point out Kevin's mistake. I just let him lie there. Fouled back.
I was setting Peter up so he could give an accurate count.
Two
It's called
balls and
working
one
together
strike.
as a team, Paul. Give him a toss up, hits it right back. Yes, are you
Team.
speechless? What?
Team. Am I speechless? Am I awake? If I'm awake, I'm not speechless. 2-1. Change up, take something off, swing and a miss, 2-2.
Jenna's had a couple balls hit back to her. Love a 1-2-3 double play
yeah.
right now.
Blast to deep left field. Back over the head of Qualia.
They're calling it double. Ground rule double.
Ground rule double. So that'll be a 2 RBI double for Sousa. And it's 9-3. To left field.
So that scores Santiago and Florist.
Yep. And those are earned runs.
Yes, they are. No errors this inning. So second and third, though, still nobody out. Now the 3-4-5 is coming up.
4 batters, 4 base hits. 10 hits in the game now for the Panthers.
9-3, top of the 7th.
Just misses low and outside. Kira O'Brien, base hit to right field and stole a base in the first. Popped out to short in the third. Struck out swinging in the 6th. Ahead in the count. 1-0 with runners on second and third. After the ground rule double. Hit to left field. Qualia out, then comes in. Makes the catch. Runner tags. Moran cuts the throw off, but advancing to second base was Sousa. Scoring on the play was Benetti. And it's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for O'Brien.
Sousa, did you mention Sousa tagging up from second, going to third as well? So 1 out, big out for Attleboro. As Franklin pushes across their 3rd run of the inning. The scoreboard run is now 9-4 with 1 out, and now batting is Marley Allen, who is 1 for 3 on the day, a single up the middle.
Leading the team in hitting so far. Ball just misses high. 1-0.
Allen has also lined out to second and flew out to right field.
Jenna sets.
I flinched.
We both flinched.
All right, you had a chance to catch up on
I did.
me.
So I could have made it 3-2. Now it's 4-2. Rats, I'm leading 4 flinches to 2 on the season. Rats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Is the camera okay, Pete?
Yes.
Good. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball on the outside edge, 1-2.
And we'll see how the final score is, but how big is that play now to give where Franklin gave Attleboro 2 runs last inning? It would be 7-4 right now.
Popped up. Second baseman's after it. Makes the running catch. Nice play by Magnum, the freshman at second base.
And again, you know, it might not, but it's you know, it's a mindset when you're down by 3 versus 5.
Exactly right.
And
here comes Brooke Gatewood. She was robbed, hit a beautiful hard line drive to center field. Nina Sullivan made a diving snow cone catch and ground back to the pitcher. Sorry. That was kind of halfway between a belch and a hiccup. Foul to the left. We'll see what the count is.
0-2.
It's 0-2.
Here in the 11th, top or bottom.
All right. It's the 7th.
Top.
0-2 is the count. 2 outs. Hard ground ball to the second baseman. Magnum to Fasante at first, and that's the game. So after allowing 4 straight hits, Callahan records 3 straight outs in that inning. 3 runs for Franklin on 4 base hits. So they're going to end up with 4 runs on 10 hits, 1 Attleboro error, 7 Franklin runners left on base, and 3 of the 4 runs were earned. Attleboro, 9 runs on 8 hits, 2 Franklin errors, 5 left on base, 6 of the 9 runs were earned. Kevin, player of the game, thoughts, anything like that?
Well, it is senior night, so we'll be here for a little bit as we honor
that's right.
The seniors. But player of the game, I mean, you got to go with Lil Ronayne.
On senior night? Big deal. She was 3 for 4 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 3 runs scored.
You're right. She didn't lay out enough of that hard hit ball up the middle. So we'll take that away from her as well.
Maddie Moran had 3 base hits, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. She's getting the senior's edge over Lola, just a sophomore, Ronayne. 14 home runs on the year now. Lola, you can blame me for that. I overruled the obvious choice to give it to senior Maddie Moran. And now Coach Mark Homer and Franklin coach Brenna Schaffer having a nice discussion after the game. The Hockomock League softball coaches all seem to get along well.
They do. Yeah, it's and good. I mean, why not? They play each other. I'm just gonna, Paul. I just want to get a little information on the 4th senior.
Okay. All right.
Be right back.
We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688. W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan, Peter Bray on graphics, Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. If you're watching on the YouTube channel and enjoyed the broadcast, please feel free to hit the like button. You can also leave a comment and subscribe to keep up on all Attleboro Blue Bombardier sporting events. The Blue Bombardiers win 9-4 over Franklin. Well, that's gone forever.
Yep, it's right there.
All right. If you enjoyed this broadcast, you might enjoy my radio show, Pontificating with Paul and the Proletariat, a radio show and sometimes a parody of same, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till noon. When the show is good, it's very, very good. When it's bad, it's utter drivel, but at least it's never average.
True.
Yes, ADD radio. We bounce around a lot. But it's senior day here at Attleboro. 4 seniors on the squad, right?
Yes. We have Vivian Stepka, Lily McGilvery, Emily Quelia, and Madison Moran. As you would like to say, Paul, 3 of the 4 have survived my coaching.
Yes, exactly right.
And have made it to almost graduation. Beautiful day here. Attleboro with a big win, improving to 14-3 on the season. Franklin dropping to 7-10. And it's going to be one of those, because 9-4, it's within 5 runs. It's not a bad loss for Franklin. And a good win for Attleboro to stay high in the power rankings. These are the games you have to win, the teams that you're in front of.
Yeah.
Because looming large for Attleboro next week, back-to-back games against King Philip. You think they might want revenge?
Yeah.
And Bishop Fian.
Oof.
That's how you finish your season before entering the playoffs.
Wow.
Plus, you throw in another game. I know they got Sharon. That might be it. Yeah.
In the words of the great Rodney Dangerfield, let's go while we're young.
It's not your senior day, Paul. It's their senior day.
We didn't have senior days when I was in high school. We had a thing called the senior banquet.
They
when the only people who care about this were there at the banquet.
they did, Paul. They just didn't invite you.
Really?
Sorry, I had to break it to you. At home plate right now is number 4, Vivian Stepka. Stepka going to be going to Bay Path, pursuing the trades of electrical, is in the Carpenters program here at Attleboro. Her main teacher is Mark Homer, said, enough of that. I'm going to go electrical and work with my dad.
Wow.
So Vivian Stepka, as they, by tradition, they walk the bases, and they get a gift at each base.
Yep.
Hopefully somebody told her, because I didn't get a chance to look at the camera when she crosses home plate.
Exactly right.
If not, I'm sure you can yell out, or I can yell out, or we can yell out. So
Hey, you can. Now she heads towards third base. Ooh, it gets a whole basket full of goodies.
there are the juniors. You got the freshmen at first, the sophomores at second, and the juniors at third.
And she stops for a picture at all of them. Wow. All right, this is a pretty cool ceremony.
I think they do it pretty nice here. And coming home is Vivian Stepka. They'll pose for a picture, then we'll yell at them to turn around.
Who, sadly, we're going to be directly in the background of this picture.
Oh, man.
Vivian!
Vivian! Vivian!
Well,
Vivian!
We missed her.
Okay.
Only if we had yelled louder.
Yeah. Up next, Emily Quelia with her father, Steve.
And her grandfather, Steve, was one of our umpires today, the base umpire.
Mother Samantha, sister Paige, and I do apologize for all future people because I don't know all the family members. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. So at first base, and Emily Quelia going to UMass Dartmouth to pursue the field of nursing. Yay!
Okay, here we go.
She rounds first and is heading to second. Emily with a big catch in the 7th inning of the game, helping to preserve the 9-4 victory.
Yes. Yep. And that's about as slow as we've ever seen her move on the base paths.
She is a runner on the cross-country team as well. She's
Really? That's my point.
Yeah. Posing for a picture at each base. A lot of sophomores on this team.
Yeah. Well, I wish there was one more senior here today, but enough on that.
Yep.
Emily Quelia now heading to third base to receive her basket of goodies from the juniors. That'll be Nina Sullivan. Did we mention the greatest center fielder in the history of the world?
We got the juniors at Casey Jennings, Jetta Callahan, Sophia Borges, Nina Sullivan. Oh, Emily tried to leave the juniors. The juniors called them back for a picture.
I don't need no pictures with those stinking juniors. Sorry, folks.
And they let her go.
And there she goes. Here she comes.
Now I know why you put me on your left today instead of right, so I would be in these pictures and not you. I noticed that they've positioned them to the right batter's box.
There she is. And just think, Kevin, years from now, they're going to be saying, is that Coach Callahan in the background?
How did he get in all these pictures? Now wave to the camera.
Yeah, there we go. And this is Lily McGilvery, right? Coming up next?
Yep, number 19, Lily McGilvery, as they drop all the flowers. I do apologize. I don't know the sibling's name. Is Jessica McGilvery's mom.
Yep.
And Lily now rounds the bases.
Her brother has a T-shirt with an expression my older siblings always used to say to me, "Get lost." Cool, I think that refers to like camping and hiking.
Or it was a lot more direct for you.
Yeah.
It was a literal command.
Most famous quote was from my father. "You want to help? Get out of the way. That's how you can help." There goes Lily towards the sophomores at second base. Was that Ms. Arena from the Franklin team?
Yes.
We just said hello to you?
Yeah. Sophie Arena, the fastest girl I've ever coached, Sophie Arena.
How's the knee?
Yeah, Jenna hit you.
There she is with the sophomores at second base.
Round the second, going to now. That's the thing with the seniors, especially with the sophomores and now the juniors. I mean, these are girls that you grew up playing with at some level, either rec ball or some travel ball. And I think the spring sports, Paul. I don't know if you cover all 3 seasons. Might be the most emotional because it's the closest one to the actual graduation day.
Exactly.
Fall, it's like it's next year.
Yeah.
Still. Posing with the juniors, Lily McGilvery again off to the University of New England for occupational therapy.
Wow. Here, Kennebec, Bunkport, Maine. There's the sash.
There's her sister. I believe her sister might be a freshman and is an athlete at the school as well.
And there it is.
Lily. So far only the Coelhos.
Well, Lily didn't appreciate your coaching. And here it is, Maddie Moran, our player of the game, because she's a senior. We couldn't give it to the sophomore who had 5 RBIs, 3 hits, and 2 homers.
Followed by John Moran, who's already waving. Allison Moran, Dunny Moran, her younger brother.
Her brother Jack Moran over at Tozer Cassidy Field right now for the lacrosse game against North Attleboro. But he's just a boy.
Did lacrosse have their senior days yet?
I don't know. They're hosting Oliver Ames, I believe, on the 19th.
Okay.
We'll be covering that game.
Nice.
Heading towards the sophomores. Now, any of the seniors, when they see the freshman at first base, say, "Now, what's your name again?"
Oh, yeah, you got to think that, right? I know you from where?
Didn't you carry my equipment back?
Exactly. Oh, that's old school.
Oh, I know.
Posing with the sophomores. I know Maddie and Lola have been teammates for many years and played together on many teams. Heading to the juniors where Maddie's good friends with, I would say everyone.
Yes.
Third base right now.
Maddie 3 for 4 today with an RBI, 3 runs scored, an RBI double in left center to knock in Attleboro's first run.
She set the tone with that double and that scored Nina Sullivan and technically the game-winning RBI. You don't do it in hockey. You do it like you do in hockey.
Yeah.
So.
And there are times when she plays third base where she is so close to the batter, far greater than I ever was. Here she comes towards home plate.
Heading to Roger Williams, looking into the construction trades.
Another kid who couldn't get into Bridgewater.
Yeah. She really likes welding too.
Really?
Through the program here at Attleboro. Emotional day for the parents.
You know, Greg Homer is very good at welding.
I've heard.
There it is. Thank you. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the 4 seniors to the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers. There's a couple of tears being shed.
Yep.
Attleboro comes away with a 9-4 victory over Franklin. I'm Paul Healy. He's Kevin Callahan. Peter Bray on graphics. Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. Thanks most of all to the most important part of the equation, you, the viewers, who chose to join us today on AACS 15 Sports.
And there go the seniors one last time for one last grasp of a picture or something. I don't know. I'm just rambling now, right?
Well, it's one last grasp. It's with consent, of course. This is 2025. There were the seniors with their sashes. Coach Mark Homer. There it is.
Gets pushed out of the way by assistant coach Brennan Morris. I don't remember them doing the team picture before. Maybe they have it. I just missed it. But I'll go back.
Congratulations to the 4 seniors and the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers. Thank you so much for joining us on AACS.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since